Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into the fascinating life and mind of one of the most controversial and influential thinkers in history, Friedrich Nietzsche. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand his revolutionary ideas but also how they continue to shape our world today. And hey, if you love learning about philosophy, history, and the minds that changed the world, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community of curious thinkers. Friedrich Nietzsche was born in 1844 in Raaken, Prussia, into a deeply religious family. But life dealt him a tough hand early on. His father, a Lutheran pastor, died when Nietzsche was just 5, followed by the death of his younger brother. These tragedies shaped young Friedrich, planting the seeds for his later rejection of traditional religious values. Despite these hardships, Nietzsche was a brilliant student. At just 24 years old, he became a professor of philology at the University of Basel, an incredible achievement. But his career didn't last long. Chronic migraines, poor eyesight, and other health issues forced him to retire after just 10 years. After leaving academia, Nietzsche began a life of solitude, moving from Switzerland to Italy to France. It was during these years of isolation that he wrote his most famous works, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Beyond Good and Evil, and The Genealogy of Morals. His health may have been failing, but his mind was sharper than ever. Nietzsche's ideas were groundbreaking. He declared, "God is dead," but what did he mean by that? He wasn't celebrating the end of religion. Instead, he was warning us, without a higher moral authority, humanity would face an existential crisis. His question was, how do we find meaning in a world without God? Let's break down some of Nietzsche's most famous ideas. First, the will to power. Nietzsche believed that humans are driven by an inner force to achieve, create, and overcome obstacles. For him, this was more fundamental than the will to survive. Second, the Übermensch, or overman. Imagine someone so powerful, they rise above societal norms to create their own values. Nietzsche thought this was the ideal human, a beacon of hope in a chaotic world. And finally, eternal recurrence, a thought experiment. What if you had to live your life over and over again, infinitely? Nietzsche believed this idea could inspire us to live fully and authentically. While his philosophy was bold and visionary, Nietzsche's personal life was lonely and tragic. He fell in love with a woman named Lou Andrea Salome, but she rejected him, leaving him heartbroken. His health continued to decline, and in 1889, Nietzsche suffered a mental collapse. For the rest of his life, he was cared for by his mother and later his sister. Even after his death in 1900, Nietzsche's ideas lived on. Unfortunately, his sister distorted his writings to align with her own nationalist agenda, leading to his unfair association with Nazi ideology, something Nietzsche himself would have vehemently opposed. Despite these controversies, Nietzsche's work has inspired countless thinkers, from existentialists like Jean-Paul Sartre to psychologists like Carl Jung. His challenge to create our own meaning in a chaotic world resonates more than ever today. So, what do you think of Friedrich Nietzsche? Do you find his ideas inspiring or intimidating? Let me know in the comments.